next time, I'm not going to approach this thing as the Knight of Cups in reverse. I'm going to approach this thing as the King of Cups. And I'm not going to let the person that I approach, do certain things to me that I don't feel like are in my best interest, because Two of Pentacles in reverse. Because even if I had thought about it for a really long time, every time I try to do these readings, my voice tries to disappear. Even if I had tried to think about it for a long time, I wouldn't have been able to really come up with what I thought would have happened. Here's our Eight of Pentacles in reverse. I wouldn't have really seen what was really going on, because I needed a bunch of stuff to happen in order to kind of form my opinion about what I allowed. Not experiencing it and then going through and just kind of like, oh, well, I could do this, I could do that, wasn't going to help me out. I had to like go through this and go, oh, no, next time, I'm not going to allow the craziness. When I want to give something, I'm not going to allow something else to come in and be weird. I'm not going to take stuff that I don't want to take anymore because I have an affinity for someone else who's okay with giving it to me. Yeah, that's on top of these eights. I think that it's a possibility that we're spying on somebody that you're not talking to. Someone who's done a little bit more work than just figuring out that they wanted love. Somebody who kind of figured out also that when they are giving stuff, that it's that not to not to overgive, but also to it's weird. It's to hold, to be even about what they're sharing with others, and to make sure that they also get something back. They're either learning that still, or they were confirmed in the whole time in that. Like, maybe I should, maybe I just gave too much. Maybe this person took me so far because I just gave too much. And that sort of didn't feel right. So then they had to kind of go back and really look at, well, it wasn't just that I gave too much. I also allowed them to make all the decisions for me. I also allowed them to make, all the plans and everything that we ever did. And even when I wanted to do something, I let that person basically take over. And I thought, I don't know why I thought about this just now, but I thought that I had made a replacement for, I thought I had found a replacement for you, right? But I didn't realize that that person was this person instead. Queen of Wands upright isn't bad. It's just when I see the Queen of Wands even upright, I always think about a karmic partner. And sometimes I think we hang on to karmic partners thinking that they're more important than they are. I mean, sure, we're supposed to learn something from them, but we're not necessarily supposed to be with them or spend the rest of our life with them. We're supposed to experience them. And then they're supposed to leave. And we kind of hang on to them because we think, oh, this person is my twin, or this person is my other half, or whatever it is that we think. And sometimes they're just our karmic partner. And a lot of times when we're like playing tug of war with this person, and the person on the other side is, I'm picking up that energy again that I said was way different. There was this like really anxious energy that just seemed a little bit different than all this energy that I was picking up. This is kind of a complacent energy right here, right? But now I'm getting this like urgent energy again when I started talking about playing tug of war. So either this person has very anxious energy about whatever this other person is doing, what they're going through, or you have anxious energy about them like being around or being with someone who is like possibly changing them. Because this person has their head on their shoulders, like they're not like mesmerized or anything like that, but they are a little bit like, I think I used the word complacent or something. They are a little bit like almost like detached from everybody. Like if you are talking to them and they have this person, they're like detached from both of you. Yeah. So that one is like negative energy, possible interference, possible spell work. I would take the interference. You know, you can interfere just by not letting anybody have any time to themselves. If I don't have any time to myself, I can't contact anybody that somebody else who's trying to control me doesn't want me to contact. Even if I'm not contacting them, see, this is like the, oh, I broke up with them, I'm single card. This is what I meant when I made this card. But that's not what I'm picking up from this card right now. What I'm picking up from this card right now is that everybody involved in this situation is detached. I almost called it a situationship. Everybody involved in this situation is detached from each other. And I'm getting that off of this card too. This person does want love. I don't know if they stopped believing in it, or if somebody did make them feel like the thing that they wanted isn't available to people. And then, you know, there might be some unspoken words about this, about where this person really wants to go, or who this person really wants to go to, or maybe again, this person isn't allowed to speak because this other person won't let them speak. And if something's telling me that if they do speak, that it's not all truthful. Let's pretend for a minute that this is somebody that we're not talking to at all. Someone that we haven't talked to recently. I'm going to pull a few more no contact cards and see if they mirror these cards. Let's see what we get here. Okay, so... Okay, so again, with this better understanding of love, so it wasn't necessarily just what this person went through, it was whatever they knew of you. So maybe you had a relationship, maybe you didn't have a relationship, but maybe they knew you enough as a friend or knew of you or something like that, to where this is telling me you knew each other. But you know, I was kind of getting that you might not know each other, might not have known each other very well. So not long enough maybe to like get bad blood or, you know, anything else, but long enough for that person to understand maybe after a time what they walked away from, or possibly what they could have had. Because now we understand what we want and how far away from it we are. And we're not even willing to even put any more, you know, into this at all. We're not interested in moving it forward. We're not interested in helping it along. We're not interested in raising it up above, you know, and on a sinking ship. We do not care if this thing blows up several times as long as our blast shield is on. So, let me pull one more card. Yeah. So I suspected before, when I was getting that anxious energy, that it was something about someone not wanting someone else to like be with someone else. So someone else, you know, kind of like waking up one day and going, oh my God, you know, I've taken so long. This person could be with somebody. I'm not talking to them. I don't know. Again, I'm getting this. Like, this is everybody in this situation. Like, this person is jealous of maybe you, or maybe doesn't even if they didn't know about you, if this person was vocal about anything that they discovered through this relationship, that they're being, verbal enough to like let this person know that, hey, I have a different idea of what love is, that would spark jealousy, because that person would imagine in their head without even being prompted, well, who would that be? Who would be with you that would give you that? And it would spark the jealousy. So you don't even have to be in the picture, or they don't even have to know about you for them to be jealous of you, first of all. But also this other person as well, I think, like I said, even if they are talking to you or not, they could be jealous about what you're doing, about who you're dating. If you're posting something, not posting something, it could be triggering this person into believing that you either are or aren't doing something, and then they're afraid that someone else is going to step forward, and because they're wasting time with this person, they're very aware that they're with this person. So it's like I said, it's that energy that keeps coming up of, well, what is that? What does that mean she's doing? So it is almost like everyone's looking at everyone else. We were kind of looking at something that was like a magic trick in the beginning. And then we started seeing, oh, no, that's not the show I wanted to watch. And then they were like, if I really wanted to watch a show, this is what it would entail. And this is who would star in it. And then this one was like, well, you're going to watch what I put on the screen. And, it's kind of this like conflict. But at the same time, it's almost like this person is unbothered by the how uncomfortable they're not worried about whatever this person does. So I don't know if they do this all the time, and if this person leaves, they're just going to do it again, or if this person leaves, they think this person's going to come back. I suspect it'd be different for different people. But I do suspect also that if this person was to break away from the situation and kind of like come forward towards you, they'd be in this, hey, I'm single energy, but this other person may not see it that way. Might be a little bit of a problem. Because again, this person doesn't care how this person feels about what they think anymore, because they know that this person doesn't care about what they think about what they want in the situation that they're already in. And they feel like that's more important than any wish or dream that they have that they haven't fulfilled yet. That they feel tortured by this person now. It's not telling me what this person is going to do. This is literally somebody who is thinking about it. They are thinking about what they want to do. They know what they want. If they've incorporated you into that, it's been mostly in the way of really truly thinking about what they want in a relationship. They feel like if they want to incorporate you into that fully, they have to talk to you. But I don't know if they're going to do that just yet, because they're still, on top of being in this situation with this person, they're also not really in the right mindset. They need to care a little bit more. Before they approach you, they need to care a little bit more about what they're in. Because when they're with you, they can't carry that energy of not caring into the new relationship, which means they will most likely have to wait a little bit before they can even offer you anything that's not toxic. They're going to have to go inside a little bit. They're good. They could get out of this, and they could probably for a while do some great things in the relationship and make you feel really secure. But then after a while, the jealousy, there's certain issues when they would normally split away from a person, they're still kind of like stuck to you. These issues of why they used to split apart will start to come up, and you'll have to like basically pay for every single one of those things. This person has to sort of work out how to get to the point where they're fully at least healed to enough where they know that they won't allow this situation that happened to happen again, so that they're not distrustful of you. Because I think to a certain extent they're not distrustful of themselves anymore. They kind of know, but we still haven't entered somebody into their energy field who is trustworthy. So we don't really know how they're going to respond. So if they do come towards you, I would recommend to figure out where they are before you decide if you're going to engage with them energetically, and that includes where they are with this other person, because otherwise they can just bring trouble to you with this I'm single energy when they know damn well they're not exactly free. Keep that in mind. Until next time.